Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about 3D contour rhinoplasty, which is one of the newest surgery methods in the field. With the advancement of the cosmetic surgery field, cosmetic procedures have made it easier for people to change any features they dislike, especially in the face. Nowadays, many people are not satisfied with how their noses naturally appear. Therefore, they will consider getting a rhinoplasty or nose job to enhance facial harmony and the proportions of their nose. After watching this video, you'll be able to learn everything about this new rhinoplasty techniques, including how is it conducted and whether you are a suitable candidate for this procedure or not, as well as the operations result and any problems. Our role today is to answer most of our questions regarding 3D contour rhinoplasty. Today we have Doctor Chun, who is a leading doctor at Topclass Plastic Surgery. He is going to discuss with us everything about 3D contour rhinoplasty from an experienced medical point of view. Hi, I'm Queenie, and before we start, please subscribe to our channel so the next time you'll be updated with our new releases. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네, 안녕하세요, Dr. Chun. So, can you briefly introduce yourself and your clinic to our audience?
Hello. Topclass Plastic Surgery Clinic located at Gangnam Station consists of specialists from Seoul National University and Samsung Medical Center. We perform thousands of surgeries in 20 years, and we've successfully led so many good cases. We are equipped with the latest surgical facilities and equipment, and we have all the facilities to help patients recover from surgery with confidence.
So come to our first question about 3D contour rhinoplasty. So what exactly is 3D contour rhinoplasty?
3D Contour Rhinoplasty is a nose surgery method developed by our hospital. This is a surgical method that makes the face more sophisticated and contouring by touching the T-zone area together with nose surgery. This surgery increases the effectiveness of nose surgery, makes the patient's face look smaller than before after surgery, and makes it sophisticated and pretty. This surgery is an unrivaled surgical method of Topclass Plastic Surgery Clinic.
So what kind of client need to have 3D contour rhinoplasty?
3D contour rhinoplasty is suitable for those who want to improve the image and atmosphere of the entire face in a sophisticated manner through nose surgery rather than just those who want to do nose surgery. In particular, through this operation, the proportion of the patient's face can be adjusted to make the face Western style. In particular, through the method of correcting the mouth line, the protruding mouth correction effect is created, and the face looks smaller than before through touching the T-zone area. Since this makes the face more 3D dimensional, patient satisfaction is high as it can have the same effect as a result of molding the entire face, as well as a simple nose surgery.
So what kind of effects does 3D contour rhinoplasty present?
3D contour rhinoplasty is preferentially necessary for patients with protruding mouths. Second, it is also necessary for people who upload many selfie photos on SNS. People who want to make their faces sophisticated tend to make their faces smaller by simply undergoing facial bone cutting surgery. And this 3D contour rhinoplasty is a surgical method that makes their faces smaller without cutting their facial bones.
Okay. So how much time does it take to recover after the surgery?
Basically, the recovery period is 1 week. After basic nose surgery, a cast is worn on the nose, which is removed between 5 to 7 days after surgery. And the thread is also removed after 7 days. The cotton that was blocking the nose is removed the next day after removing the silt, and no other special treatment is required. The swelling lasts about a week, and the incubation period disappears after 2 weeks.
Okay. So I know your clinic is really famous with revision and rhinoplasties. How many patients come to you so far?
Since it has been nearly 20 years since we opened a hospital in Gangnam, Seoul, there are far more than 10,000 patients who have undergone surgery. In particular, there are more than 10,000 people who have undergone reoperation because we have undergone a lot of reoperation.
So does rhinoplasty have to be done twice to call it a success?
No, it's not. In the case of 2 to 3 nose surgeries, there is a problem after surgery. and the results of the surgery are unsatisfactory. Problems refer to cases where inflammation or construction occurs, but this probability is not high. Therefore, most cases of nose surgery more than twice are when patients are not satisfied with the shape of the nose. In this case, nose surgery is performed to not match the image of the face, or it is lower than the desired nose. Therefore, when performing nose surgery, it is most important to look closely at the shape of the entire face and design nose surgery that suits you the most. It is much more helpful to perform 3D contour rhinoplasty to show your face prettier, not just nose surgery.
Okay. Are there any patients who cannot receive a revision rhinoplasty?
Nose reoperation is rarely impossible. However, there are cases where it is difficult to perform reoperation. For example, if the current nose is inflamed, surgery is possible after the inflammation is cured. In order to recover from the inflammation, an implant such as silicone must be removed, and reoperation can be performed a few months after the inflammation is completely cured. In addition, if the extrusion progresses too much, reoperation may be performed after the extrusion improves. In most cases, other than that, nose reoperation is possible immediately.
Okay, so come to our last question. Are there any points to beware before getting a rhinoplasty procedure?
These days, just because most eye and nose plastic surgery is done, you shouldn't think that nose surgery is too simple. But you don't have to be too afraid. First of all, it is important to know the shape of the nose you want. It is not unconditionally a high nose or a low nose, but it is important to understand your face shape and make a pretty nose that best suits it. It is most important to prioritize a design that fits your face. And Koreans tend to look prettier when they change a three-dimension face shape. It is important to perform nose surgery in a form that makes the face look small and stylish and three-dimensional by correcting the protruding mouth through nose surgery and giving the face a sophisticated and 3D dimensional effect. Also, this surgical method is the know-how of our hospital. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess and that's it for today. Thank you so much, Dr. Chun, for joining us today. So today we learned many things about this new technique, and the doctor explained in details everything related to this cosmetic procedure, such as how it can be done and the best candidate for it. Thank you for joining us once again today at CloudHospital TV. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll respond to you as soon as possible.